Hello YouTube, De-bodgery here. So there is two goals for this video, and that is to kind of generally show something that you can test yourself to see if your hulls work. And the other thing is to figure out what the hell is going on with this outrunner, which is a Revolt RV-160-SH that I rewound a while back and essentially doubled the weight of the copper on it from what the factory wind had. So anyway, this is the hulls that I put in originally, and they're doing interesting things. So this is just a 50-cent Neo magnet, probably wasn't even 50 cents. So the black side, I've got a couple little ends on there for north, and the silver side is south. And this motor is populated with two sets of Honeywell SS41F hulls, which are south detecting hulls. They're not latching hulls. So anyway, let me put a south pole over here. Do a north pole first, because you saw that LED was on. Now I'm going to do a south pole. There we go, and now it's on. And I'm going to turn it back off again. So what should happen, and I got the south pole there, and I'm going to pass it by the hull. What should happen is the LED should turn on when the magnet's south pole is in front of the hull, and turn back off when it's not. So right now it's off, pass in front of it, and as you can see, magnet is over here, hull is here. They're no way in any shape or form lined up anymore, and yet that bugger stays on. The only way I can get it to turn off is to put the north pole of the magnet there, and then it goes back off. But yeah, that one sticks on. Oh, that time it didn't. But a lot of times, most of the time, it sticks on. So here's another hull over here, and do the same thing. Put this magnet next to it, and you can see that it only turns on when the magnet passes in front of the gap in the stator teeth that has the hull in it. This last hull over here, most of the time, sometimes it works okay, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, so it's turning on and off like it should right now. But there we go, stuck it on. Yeah, it's just, oh, there, it turned back off again. But yeah, so there we go, it's latched on. But it will just stick on as well. But this one here is very consistent about it. So trying this motor on a Nuclear 24 FET controller, it does not display any hull errors of any kind. On a VESC 100 volt controller, same thing. Although I have to admit that I'm a VESC noob, so maybe there's something I'm not seeing and I'm just, you know, too ignorant to know where that is. And then finally I tested this motor on a Kelly trapezoidal controller. And during motor detection, it said it had a hull error. So I went, well, that's weird. And also, I had taken the motor when it was all assembled, put it on my little cheapy hull tester here, which is only good for seeing if they turn on and off. And sure enough, all three LEDs would blink on and off. However, there's a detail here that is of importance, and that is that motors, they have alternating north-south poles on the magnet. So, you know, if you have 10 magnets in there, you know, 14 magnets, whatever it is, they are north-south, 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 you know, facing towards the stator. And so in the case of this, so, you know, you can see that yellow hull is stuck on. So if I do that, you know, pass a north magnet face in front of the hull, of course it turns off. Put a south in there, turns back on again. So, you know, it was sort of working. But it's not supposed to... Oh, there, I turned off the time. But it's not supposed to just stay on like that. It's supposed to turn off when the south magnet pole passes away. And I think this one here is the culprit why that hull error in that Kelly controller is showing up. Maybe, despite the fact that those other two controllers don't detect any kind of a hull error, maybe, again, this sticking hull is the reason why there's, you know, weirdness as far as running this motor. So anyway, I have put in 3 new hulls, you know, also 120 degrees apart in the thing, that I haven't tested out yet. But I hope that helps somebody out so that you can see how to check your hulls in your motor, because they should turn on and off, not stick on like that yellow one is. You know, when the south magnet pole passes in front of it, they should become a current sink, i.e. turn on, and then when the south magnet pole passes away, for whatever reason, they should turn back off and no longer be a current sink. So that's proper operation of a Hall. And clearly that yellow one, well, it's being a current sink kind of like whenever it wants. Until I put a north magnet pole in front of it. Oh, yeah, so that time I had the magnet half flipped over. There we go. There's the north pole. Yeah, it just stays on most of the time. So I think that's probably the real problem here. I definitely have a wonky Hall. This is wrong behavior. That light staying on, the Hall staying on when there's no magnetic field in front of it, that's wrong behavior. Something is definitely malfunctioning with that Hall. Anyway, I hope that helps somebody out. If you had weird behaviors with your motor, you can take the stator out and use a cheapy magnet, figure out which one is the north and the south pole on the thing. And most of your brushless motors use south detecting Halls in them, and most of them are probably 41F Halls even. Yeah, this is an easy test, and these little things are easy to buy. They're like $10 or $12 on eBay or Amazon or AliExpress or whatever. You should have no problem finding them. Don't expect them to be very good at anything else other than, turning LEDs on and off for detecting whether Halls turn on and off. Otherwise, they're pretty much useless, but they're good for testing Halls. Anyway, I hope that helps somebody out, and everyone take care.